Okay, so we just finished our live and we left y'all hanging with our pigs were out. We're gonna gather them up. And so the plan is we're gonna back this van up. We got them all locked into that green pen there. And the plan is, if I don't get run over, is we are going to put them in the back of the van and then we're gonna move them over to the cow's pen over there. Over there. Right there. So
I can go up to Ham.
Okay.
I can go up to Ham.
Who's Ham?
The biggest place.
Oh, I should probably get my good shirt off here a minute.
yeah, you said that.
Because that might be dirty. When this is all done.
Well, you don't have to go for one take
Let's grab a back leg.
Sammy's gone.
Yeah, so we can hold them there. Take off the gate.
We would be. Did you think that on Father's Day we'd be chasing pigs, honey?
No.
In the rain?
It might get wet yet.
Looks like it's almost done because there's almost
Oh, it's coming.
there's lights over there. There's a light over there.
Feels good.
I'm coming.
I don't need the whole thing.
You tell me to bring it up for you.
Right there.
That's good. That's it. Thanks.
You can put the rest away. I just need the knife. Ariana, easy. Grab that from her. See? Bring it over to me.
You look like you're ready for work though, Ariana.
Okay, go, buddy. Cora, grab that in. I want to go in behind the plywood. You guys go. One more. Whatever you
Ah,
do.
we got one loose. Hi, how's it going?
Fit through there.
Okay. Just wait when he's.
Oh yeah.
Alright, oh. Love that noise. Oops. Such a noisy creature. It's raining. What is that?
Beautiful.
It is. I never thought I'd see you say that.
Oh, it feels so good because it's so
I
hot.
know.
How'd you get back in there?
Did you get him, honey? Don't let go. Oh, it's such an awful noise. They're okay. They just.
Is that the one that was running loose? You can move now, bud.
He was told not to move, and he's still standing there. Oh, it's raining. It's pouring. Ah, there's a storm coming. And then the rain came. Pouring. I think
Can't
it's
hear me or what?
no.
This is laptop.
And then it crashed. I already put it in. It was out there. Hi.
Hi.
I think our, can't really tell right now, but my shelter is caving out. Did you get him? My shelter is caving. That's a lot of water. Pouring. Little wet rats.
Got my bathing suit on. I should feel it.
And the water is running. There is water.
Water by force. Let's have it now.
It is pouring. Ah! I can't see my shelter, but there's not much left of it behind.
Pardon the indecency, I did end up removing my shirt, but I'll keep the camera high. Just finished the live, and I went to catch the pigs, and I don't know, this came out of nowhere. It is just a torrential downpour. Everybody's soaked, the ones that were out, these kids managed to get them in the vehicle. Cora, West, myself, and Anissa are drenched. I got the pigs in the back of here. I gotta move this van out before it gets stuck in this mud hole. We're actually parked in a low spot. But the trees are kind of bent over side and it is just hosing down. Hopefully I can get out of here. Here's the front windshield. You can see the water just pouring here. That may be, the pigs are kind of acting funny. They didn't want to come back in, so animals quite often can sense things we can't. And maybe they could just feel the energy in the air. I don't know. But yeah, that's wet. Really wet. You hear the piggies in the back. We'll leave them in here for now. This is the we were sitting underneath there doing our live today. If you haven't seen our live when this video comes up, we did do a live Sunday, Father's Day. We did two of them actually. The first one for whatever reason crashed, and then we did another one that worked successfully, and we told our big news there. So but anyway, this here came down. It had a weak spot. One of these braces was busted on the other side. So anyway, it is looking a little more broken now. It sure is wet though, just hosing down. I don't know how much water we've got. That's where I was parked. I don't know if you can see that, but there's water pooling in there, so it's a good thing I pulled the van out. There's a couple of soaking wet looking rats in there. Those are the kid goats, so we'll have to actually move one of the gates in order to trap the pigs. So I'll have to move that back again once this rain clears out. For now, we're just gonna hole up in the van. Hey buddy, you having fun? Hi. Did you guys get wet? Yeah? Where's Ainsley? There she is. Did you get wet too? Yeah? Not as wet as me, eh? I'm totally soaked. Good thing we got you guys inside.
Nice hair though.
You like my hair?
I got nice hair.
Oh yeah.
And just like that, it's just about over. There's the end of the storm. Beautiful. Wonderful. Got my proper footwear on now. This is what's left of our shelter from this afternoon. It was a little bit broke, but I was hiding under it, and this is where I ended up hiding. And as you could see, it got less and less shelter as it went. So you probably need your life jacket in this wet, eh?
Oh no, I can't step in there.
There's a helper, shoot them all up and then I'll grab them.
Man, they're so noisy, eh? Alright, they're happy in their new home. They're going to... Oh, they love that. Buttercup's like, what on earth is that?
Make sure this doesn't cook in your wet. Pull up this stuff. Hey, the aftermath of that. Look at this sky. The colors in there. Just beautiful. Birds are singing their perfect praise. And yeah, it's just pretty. The sun's shining in there. This side here, we got a nice silver lining in the clouds. It's phenomenal. So all said and done, that was an enormous amount of water. I have no idea how much, considering we weren't going to be getting any. A number of days ago they said we were going to get some, and I guess they were right then. And wrong now. I've often said there's two jobs where you can lie all day and still keep your job. And that's a weatherman and a politician. So we got quite the puddles here. We have locked the goats in just this green gated area for now. So they won't be getting out anymore. The fence, the electric fencing, we're going to move. We're going to put that over to where the cows are on the other side. We loaded all the pigs in the van because they kept getting out. And that's what we were doing when the rainstorm came. And we have moved them into where the cows are, or where the cow is and the goats are. And just look at all this water laying around. I moved the camera too fast, makes it too blurry as well. But everything got good and wet. This van, the windows were open, so that's going to take a bit to dry out. My Ford van, I don't really care if it gets wet too bad in there. It's just a work van, but that other one we want to keep it good. We actually have somebody that's interested in it, and we'd like to keep it in good shape for them. They actually, old friends of ours, they moved to Guatemala on mission trip, and they are planning on moving back. They've been down there for almost 4 years, I think. Could be wrong on that. 3.5 years anyway, I think. Anyway, so they're planning on moving back this coming winter, as soon as they can find a replacement for them in their job there. So they'll be moving back, and they have a large family as well, quite a number of children, so they'll be looking for another van. So we're trying to keep it in good shape for them so that they can use it. And here too, this ditch here, pretty well dry again now. There was a good chunk of water rushing through there. Bring you up to the pen out here. I have to move this one yet as part of my arrangement with the township. I was going to move this fence over. They don't like it this close, which, yeah, whatever. Like I said, there's lots of other fences that are at least that close. But it is what it is. Pigs are already busy digging. They're enjoying it in there. You can see that one there is really working it up. And a few others, so, which is pretty cool. We like that. They love tilling things up and working it. Everybody here is sopping wet, but enjoying life. Eating some grain here now and some pellets. So this was all dense bush, and if you walk through, maybe I'll get a little closer. Gotta make sure not to touch the fence as it's on. I get a little closer in here. You can see the difference. So you can see how open it is in here now versus this. That used to look like this. So you can see the difference between the two very clearly on one side of the fence to the other. This fence here, I just moved it over a little bit. It was closer, but it wasn't quite tight anymore, so we moved it back. And then some of this is from chopping with weed whacker as well. But you can see how much more open it is. And if I had the camera down lower, you can see right underneath everything now. So they stripped it off. And now with the pigs in here, they'll root up a lot of the raspberry cane and the smaller trees if we leave them in here long enough. And that'll really rip it up. I'd probably go through with a, if this was ours and I was going to keep it, go through with something and take out some of the trees just to thin it out a bit more so more sunlight can come in. But the cow, leaving the cow in here long term, you can see a lot of these trees are snapped off. Hard to find what you're pointing at. That one? And that one. Snapped off, and a bunch more. As she wanders through the bush here, she pushes more over, and those trees won't come back, and that naturally just thins it out on its own as well. So, very exciting. We really, yeah, this gets us excited about getting started on our own property. We got a bale of hay in here to keep them satisfied, and we're going to take that other fence from there, and we're going to add to the back side of this and go farther into the bush. We're not going to be here much longer, I suppose. We're going to be moving, but yeah, in the meantime, they still need to eat, and we'll keep working at it. So, yeah, I'm excited. Almost looks to me like that cow is bagging up a bit too, which is even more exciting. I can zoom in. Oh, I think I found out I can't zoom on selfie. But her front two teats are starting to look fuller. Now, I don't know when she should be calving. I'd have to look and do some thinking about that as to when we slaughtered the bull. And then that would be the latest she could have been bred. So I don't really have a time on that, but we're really hoping she's in calf, and I think she is. She looks like it, and every now and again you can see ripples in her belly that would tell me that it's calf, not food. That's stretching her belly. So yeah, anyway, blue skies now in certain spots, and you can still see something was billowing up in here. Somebody's gonna get something, but it's always pretty after the storm. The colors don't quite come out, but it's quite pink up in these clouds here. Everything's drenching wet. My clothes are all soaked. I think Wes already got changed. Waylon didn't get too badly wet. I wrung a good chunk of water out of my shirt, so I got it back on again. It feels a little bit better now. Ducks are obviously happy. They love the water. Oh, that's one thing I should do. I'll go look at the other duck pond. It dries up. This one here, well, you can see the water levels dropped here as well since we moved here. I mean, this was all underwater, and you can see the water level on that rock. I mean, it's more than a foot lower than when we started here with the ducks. But water like this will help rejuvenate that. But the other pond had pretty well dried all the way up, and until that last major rainstorm that we had and filled it full again. So let's have a peek down there and see how full it is again now with all this rain. Because the whole property here kind of slopes, it all slopes down towards the duck pen. It ends up collecting a lot of water. It didn't rain for very long, I guess. It was just a short, heavy downpour. Yeah, there's a decent chunk of water in there. I don't know how much more got added, but yeah, there's some water. Very good. It's getting late enough with our live stream. We went quite late, and anyway, it's time to get some supper in us. So we'll talk to you again later.